Howdy folks, happy Monday. Blah, stupid Mondays. I really agree with Garfield about Mondays. They are not fun. Alright, so I had these that I put in an album here in our line group for Puzzle Combat. And I've never really gone over any of the heroes, so I thought I'd kind of go through them all. Foxtrot I have done a hero breakdown of. So let's just go quickly over her card here. She's one of the best 4-star reds out there. Like, you can't go wrong with leveling her up. Now, what's the next speed break point? Is it 58? So I believe the checkoff has 9 on it. It will speed her up, make her functionally faster, which is cool. And then she does a decent amount of damage. And she's got armor damage written into her card, which is awesome. So that's already into her special, which is great. I love it. Much better than having it on the weapon. And then she does bleed as well, and that's stackable with other master weapons that do the rendering that do bleed as well, so that's handy for sure. 264 damage over 4 turns as well. That's significant, really. And she's a demo class. I put emblems all the way down to 20 on her. I believe the speed node did help her. I can't remember right offhand though. She is worth it though, and I don't have too many 5-star demo heroes, so I had hundreds of emblems sitting around doing nothing. And I basically use her every war and a lot for the tournaments, the 4-star tournaments. She's almost always on my defense for that. Just an overall pretty cool, fun hero. Alright, Wolf. Now, his special is called Howling Bullets. He's slow. I don't think he gets sped up till he hits 43, and there's only one green speed weapon, so that's kind of a moot point, really. 235 damage to the target, nearby enemies. It's not bad. 70% additional damage against armor, again written into the special, that's cool. The target and nearby enemies receive 270 damage over 3 turns. If a target already has this effect, the duration will be refreshed. So that pretty much sounds like it's... that's not stackable, that's overriding. And the damage will be increased by 30. Okay, so there's the bonus for that. If that effect's already on there and he hits again, at least when it's replaced, it'll be increased by 30. So it's not really stackable, but there's a little bit of a bonus there with the extra damage. Up to 375 in damage in total, so that's alright. He doesn't have too bad a health. I don't find that his attack and defenses are that fantastic though. So he is kind of outshone by the other awesome greens they've been putting out. Some of them needed nerfing and some of them haven't been nerfed. But you got the Mayor, who screws up specials. You got Hopper, that is the 5-star male Emma. And you got Emma, who's combined with, if you combine her with Blunderbutt or an attack-up hero like Logan, can do some really significant damage. And you also got Mortis, who's on a lot of defenses still, not as many as used to be though. And we even got some newer heroes out there that we haven't seen a lot of yet, but I think, is Richter not green? I can't remember. So there's plenty of competition for him. He doesn't look that different to me than Dasha's special. And I like Dasha, and I don't do that many pulls, so I don't ever think I'll probably get Wolf. But that's what it kind of reminds me of, is a special similar to Dasha's, and I mean, Dasha's a bloody tank. She can take a punch or 3, that's for sure. But you know, I use Dasha because that's what I've got from my pulls and my limited pulls and my TS20, right? So Dasha ended up being my 5-star green in both accounts too, my first 5-star green, so a little bit of a soft spot there, I suppose. But that's what his special kind of reminds me of, so you probably won't see him too much, but again, if you do limited pulls, I mean, you got yourself an event hero here, and you know, a decent one. Is he the best green? No, but decent for sure. And if that's what you got to use, then by all means. Now this lady laughs at you before she hits you. Oh my god, her animation cracks me up still to this day. It makes me laugh. So 65, she's already fast. 220 to damage to the target, minor damage to nearby enemies, and then again she's got additional armor damage in there, which is cool. For someone that is fast, for a hero that's fast, that is a decent amount of damage because she charges up quick again too, right? And her health's not that bad. I actually do find her harder to get rid of sometimes, especially when she's on a wing. She does make a decent wing because she'll just sit there charging, and she'll be able to smack you a time or two before you can get at her to actually get rid of her. So there's something to keep in mind there. Target nearby enemies receive 270 damage over 3 turns. If a target already has this effect, the duration will be refreshed and increased by 30, so that's cool. See, now I think we would see Wolf a bit more if he was sped up, because that's quite the difference between these two, right? To see her at 65 fast and him at 36 slow. Yet they both have around the same amount of health. Yeah, I mean, to me it's a little bit weird. I would say Wolf needs a little bit of a buff as an event hero like that, but I don't know. What do I know? So she's decent. Night Owl's decent for a purple, for sure. Does she have competition out there? Absolutely. Claws of the Owl. There's Wondro. There's some other 5-star purples that are decent. I know a few people that like, is it Shocker? Is he the zombie one? I know some people that like him. Of course, you got Coyote for a healer. If you need a healer on your defense, then you're probably not going to see Night Owl. You'd probably see Coyote rather than her. But yeah, she's decent for sure. Now, I do have Grizzly G, but I haven't done a hero breakdown on him yet. Now, again, he's slow. 170 damage to all targets. 50% against armor, that's good. So the bleed. And again, you can combine that with a rendering speed weapon, which is cool. Now, he will get functionally faster with a speed weapon. So the yellow Tigger? No, that's the red one. What's the yellow one called? Bah, I don't even remember. But if you put that on him, he will get faster, and at 43, because that's a 7-point speed weapon. So yeah, it just brings him up to that break point, I believe is 43. So, and again, combine that master weapons with that bleed, and that's stackable, so that's cool. Caster heals 54% of dealt normal damage for 4 turns. Now, that's not bad that he heals himself a bit too. There's a absolute shit ton of competition for 4-star yellows though, because you got 8-bit out there. You got, if you need a sniper, you got the Scarecrow dude from Halloween. You've got Aiko that does charge stealing, which is pretty unique. Like, I don't think we have enough charge stealers or charge messer uppers in general. So that's cool. And then you've got, who's the other one? The lion one from season 2. That's a cleanser. And he is a sniper too, I do believe. So there's lots of competition out there for this guy. I do tend to use him for yellow stacks though, because if you combine him with 8-bit, like that's amazing in a tournament. So you've already got the defenses down to yellow because you just hit with 8-bit, and then you hit with this guy. It's awesome. It's pretty devastating, really. And I usually take Echo, and I might take Rex for defense down too. So there's another one, like Rex has the defense down, plus he's a fast sniper, right? So you don't see this guy too much, but he definitely has his uses. He really does. It's pretty hot competition in the yellow category in general. They've made a lot of really strong yellow heroes in 4 stars and 5 stars, so. Alright, Roscoe. So he was one of the new ones introduced, not this past time, but the previous time this ran. So I haven't really taken a good look at him. So 58 is speed, so an explosion that's got what, 9 speed points on it, that'll take him to 58, and that'll actually take him to what, 66? Is that in the very fast category yet? I don't think it is, but regardless, he'll be sped up with a purple speed weapon. So 165 damage to all enemies, that's significant for a 3-star. That's decent. It really is. 270 damage over 3 turns. If a target already has this effect, the duration's refreshed and increased by 30. I don't know, guys. He looks like probably one of the best 3-star purples, to be honest. Now that I've actually read that special over and just kind of looked at the amount of damage that it does. Well, there you go. I don't know. I'd say he's a 3-star worth keeping. And I actually did get a copy of him in one of my accounts, so I'm going to be leveling him now that I've read this. I mean, because you got Laszlo, who's slow. Sparrow is a nice, good sniper for purple 3-star. I like Fiona. I love Fiona. I did level 3 of her in my main account, and 2 in my alt account, I believe, so I don't know. He could give Fiona some competition. Alright, right on. So I don't think he's too bad. Alright, and this is the other guy that was introduced. Another 5-star purple for some strange reason. 1492 health. That doesn't seem too bad. His defenses are high, so he might not be too bad on defense, I guess. 42 slow. To get to the average is 43. Okay, so explosion is gonna make him functionally faster. That'll put him up to what, 51? That actually jumps 2 categories, so 2 breakpoints. He would still be average, but he would drop 2 tiles off of charging him when on offense. Ah, that's significant, really. That really is. So 180 damage to all enemies. As a AoE multi-hitter that hits 5 at 180 damage, that's a little bit low compared to some of the others, like War Chest and some of the ones that are still too overpowered. But you look at what else he does in the special. So you've already got an explosion on him and charged him up to make him faster, so he's going to hit faster on offense. Then he's going to do all that damage, charge up again and do all that damage again, and then he's going to destroy all minions from target enemies. And he's going to summon a rhino minion for himself. 25 health, 14 attack, inherited from the caster. Well, and considering his attack's pretty high, that's actually fairly good that he gives himself a minion as well. So if you're against a team that's got Nima, on it, and there's her health minions are out, and he kills a bunch of them when he hits. He's gonna inherit that from each minion killed. Ah, that's alright. Adds 180 armor for all allies, so he does a little bit of protection too. You know what? When you look at everything that's in his special, that's pretty good. He looks solid all around. Thing is, though, the minions don't come into play too much right now, but if you have him, I would say he's worth leveling. They're gonna come into play more, and you know, SG and their infinite wisdom sometimes makes me shake my head, actually. But this is one thing they will do, is they do release counter heroes. They're slow at it sometimes, but I almost wonder if this is a counter hero to Nima, because there really are not a lot of counter heroes to Nima, unless you have charge stealers, unless you have Chull, that messes up her special, so she can't go off. Same with the mayor, messes up her special, so she can't go off. But it took them a long time to release a hero like the mayor with that sort of special. And yeah, that's very interesting. And I'd like to see some more Chulls with that type of special written in. So, and for them to have released this one, I'm just kind of wondering if that was sort of their plan, to be a counter to Nima and any other minion ones that are gonna come up. Because you don't see Talon a lot. Like, I still have her on defense. She's my strongest purple. But you don't see her a heck of a lot, because she's another one with the minions. And then you got Perla and that sort of thing. So minions have played a part in it, but it wasn't significantly annoying as fuck until Nima come out. So maybe this guy is a counter to her, which is cool. That is very cool. Just throws another, you know, another hero, their hat in the ring to kind of help with that. So that's all right. All right, Nadja, she was released as well. So 5-star red, which is good to see. A red. Health is capped at 300 HP. Okay, so let's read this target. This card. Alright, so she's got a little low health going on there, but very high attack. Ooh, she's very fast category too. Well. Maybe that's why, though. That would be the balance point. Giving her a little bit of lower health, because she speeds up, or she charges up that quickly, plus to have that high of attack. So there's the counterpoint to it. Is kind of the low shitty health. 160 damage to the target. If the target has negative status ailments, the caster steals 15 health and 15 charge from the target. Oh, so that's where this comes into play. So she can steal back 300% HP. I would see that could be significant against the War Machine, really. Right? Because you've got all these heroes that throw status ailments at the War Machine. Like, if I had typically taken Marina, does defenses down. I got Blunderbutt, and then I got Foxtrot in there, so she's throwing the bleed. So that's like 2 status ailments, and then I could hit with this one, and she would have that. She would steal that 300 HP because of the status ailments from Marina and Foxtrot, for instance. If I had Nadja, that would be one thing I would use her for sure. And she's got bleed as well. 172 damage over 4 turns. That effect can't be cleared, so that's cool. She looks offensive based to me. I don't know that she would be that great on defense unless you're going to put her on the wing where she doesn't sustain too much damage for that lower health that she has. But she'll sit there kind of like Night Owl and charge even faster than Night Owl, being 75, and just smack your team, smack the opposing team from there if she's on a wing. So that's interesting. She would probably do good in a red stack and War as well. This is a very interesting hero. It's nice to see them come up with some different specials, which is good too. It's not all the same thing, so. Alright, boys and girls, I think that's all of them. Did I catch everybody? Oh, you know what? Pantera. Now he is in my main account. I think he's the only one I haven't done. Let's jump over there and run down Pantera as well. Okay, I forgot to put a picture of him in there, so I'll have to take a screenshot of him. So I do have him here. He was one of the first blues. The system keeps giving me blues. As you can see, I've got 6 of them. And I've got a few more waiting. Oh, 7, because Banshee's done.
There's more to life than your farm, Owen.
Maverick sitting there doing nothing, because I don't have night vision goggles. Oh, is he the only one? He's the only one I haven't been able to level yet. Woohoo! I actually got these blues done. That's insane. So I ended up getting Chull, Pantera, and Logan all around the same time. Boy, it was hell trying to level all 3 of them. It took a really long time to get 18 night vision goggles, but that's okay. All right, let's take a look at his special. So as you can see, he's got a couple of emblems on him. I don't know how far I'll really go with emblems on him, to be honest, as I find that his uses are limited in my roster. So do I take him in a blue stack against the War Machine? Abso-freaking-lutely. He's with me on that. Now, charge speed. So if you get him to 58, he would be faster, and that is with which one is it? It's not the Regalizer, is it? The speed weapon? Yeah, 9 points there. So I generally put that on him for that reason, to make him faster. And he does 290 damage to the target. He's a good sniper. He really is. Again, look at that low health though, but he's got high attack. So he's not made for defenses. Maybe on the wing, but again, he's not really one to stand up a lot. And actually his defenses are quite low at 590. You suck, Pantera, for that. But again, that's the counterpoint to balance it out. The target receives 30 damage for 3 turns when hit by a stronger element and removes buffs. So that's another cool thing about combining him with Logan. So Logan is a cleanser, and then this guy's gonna remove buffs. It's a pretty significant team that I can put together for War Machines. Like, I usually go Blunderbutt, Logan, Visor, Chull, and Pantera. Sometimes I switch it up, taking Lillian, but generally speaking, like, I might take her in the first half of the War Machine, and then the second half this guy, because he does more damage against targets with less than 50% health. So sometimes I switch it up there, but I got decent blues, which is I really like. So not too many that are tank worthy, but whatever. I'm playing with what I'm given, so I'm good with that. Yeah, so he's significant in against the War Machine and blue stacks, because if I have to use them for events, I will in a blue stack against greens, especially if we're doing the Merc event against greens, green bosses or whatever. Then this guy goes in with me in a blue stack along with Blunderbutt. So he definitely has his uses. I don't know, it was worth it to me to level him up, so like I say, I just might not waste too many emblems on him, considering what I use them for. There's other ones that I use on a daily basis more than him, so. Alrighty, and Leon, the lion. Oh yeah, see, we got Monkey Wrench too. I don't know, Grizzly G I think kind of gets pushed off to the side just because there's a significant amount of competition in 4-star yellows. So. And then, of course, I got 8-bit up here with 20 emblems. He's definitely worth the emblems. Alrighty, folks. Hopefully that helps you out in deciding what to do with your grand heist heroes that you drew. And yeah, I will be back. I should do a hero breakdown on both Pantera and Grizzly G. That way it gives a little bit more information. So I'll work on those. Take care, everyone.